All right, listen. There's two things I could do for hours and never get bored. Playing Minecraft and reading the absolutely crazy stories you guys send me. So today, we're mixing both. I'll be grinding in Minecraft while we dive into some wild Reddit revenge stories. Betrayal, backstabbing, and the kind of payback that makes you just sit there like, nah, that's insane. Some of these people really got pushed too far. And when they got their revenge, oh, they made it count. So get comfy, maybe grab a snack, and let's get into it. This happened during my second year of university. I had this friend. We'll call her Mia. We were close. Study partners, lunch together, the whole thing. I trusted her. One day, she asked if she could see my assignment because she was stressed and behind. I said sure, just to get an idea, not to copy. A week later, the professor emails me. Subject line, academic misconduct investigation. My stomach dropped. Turns out Mia submitted an assignment almost identical to mine and told the professor I copied her. I couldn't believe it. I had literally helped her. She started telling people I was a cheater. Friends stopped sitting with me. Group chats went quiet when I joined. I felt completely isolated. But here's the thing. I keep everything. I had Google Docs version history showing I started the assignment 10 days before she even opened hers. I had timestamps, drafts, notes, screenshots of her texting me. Can you send your assignment? I have nothing yet. So I didn't argue. I didn't confront her. I just sent everything to the professor. 2 days later, we're both called into a meeting. Professor pulls up the document histories on a screen. You can see mine being written over time. Hers? Blank. Then suddenly a full essay pasted in at 2:14 a.m. Professor turns to her and says, "Would you like to explain this?" She starts crying, says she panicked, says she didn't mean to blame me. The professor didn't care. She failed the course and got put on academic probation. Word spread fast about what really happened. Suddenly, people were apologizing to me, asking to hang out again. But the damage was already done. I never spoke to her again. Last I heard, she had to retake the entire semester. All because she thought throwing me under the bus would save her. Bro. Nah, that's actually evil. You ever help someone? Stay up late helping them, just for them to try to throw you under the bus? Like, that's not even laziness. That's villain behavior. That's the type of person who would trip you while you're running from a bear. And the fake crying at the end? I didn't know what to do. Girl, yes you did. Nah, I'm heated. I'm actually heated. But listen, if you thought that betrayal was bad, the next story, workplace betrayal, hits different. Adults with jobs acting like high school snakes. Let's go. I worked at a marketing company where my boss loved taking credit for my ideas. At first, I thought it was normal. He'd ask to review my presentations before meetings. Then I realized I was never invited to those meetings. He would present my work like it was his. Clients would praise him and he'd just smile and say thanks. Meanwhile, I was staying late every night actually doing the work. I told myself to deal with it because I needed the job. Then we got the biggest pitch of the year, a contract that could literally save the company. I built the entire campaign myself. Research, strategy, numbers, projections, everything. The day before the meeting, my boss told me I didn't need to attend. That's when I decided I was done being quiet. I sent him the presentation, but not the final version. I removed the most important slides, the financial projections, performance forecasts, all the data clients always ask about. Basically, I gave him the pretty pictures and none of the brains. During the pitch, my phone started blowing up. He called me whispering, panicking, asking where the missing slides were because the clients were asking hard questions. I told him, "Oh, that was in the full version, the one I was going to present." They lost the contract. A week later, the CEO called me in. The client said my boss couldn't explain the strategy behind his campaign. So I showed the CEO the full version with my name in the file history, all my drafts, all my research. My boss got demoted. I got promoted to his position. For 6 months, he had to send me reports for approval before he quit. He built his reputation on my work. so I let him stand on his own, and he collapsed. And somehow, my next relationship story was even worse than that job. I moved in with my roommate Jenna because we were both starting new jobs in a new city. We didn't know each other well, but at first she seemed chill, friendly, normal. That lasted about 2 weeks. She never cleaned. Ever. Dishes stacked up, trash overflowing, food rotting in the fridge. Every time I brought it up, she'd smile and say, "Yeah, totally, I'll get to it." She never did. Then one day I came home and my bedroom door was open. I always kept it closed. I walked in and noticed my gaming headset was missing. I asked her if she'd seen it. She said, "Nope, maybe you lost it." But later that night, I heard it. Through her wall. My headset. The exact bass crackle I recognized instantly. She was using my stuff. Going in my room when I wasn't home and lying about it. I didn't confront her. I started documenting everything. I put a tiny piece of tape on my door to see if it moved. Took photos of my room before work. Logged dates when things were slightly out of place. And sure enough, almost every day something shifted. Then came rent month. She suddenly told me she was short on money and would pay me back later if I covered her half. I said, okay, but I didn't pay her share to the landlord. I only paid mine. 2 weeks later, we get an email. Late rent notice. Risk of eviction. She panicked. "Why didn't you pay it? I sent you my half." I said, "Oh, I thought you were lying, since you lie about everything." She went quiet. Then I showed her the photos, the tape on the door, the dates, the missing items. Her face went pale. "I was going to tell you." "No, you were going to keep doing it." I told the landlord everything and showed proof she violated my privacy and entered my room without permission. She was removed from the lease. Had 10 days to move out. The day she left, she said, "You ruined my life over small stuff." I said, "No, you ruined it the first time you opened my door." And I locked it behind her. Anyway, that one already made me mad all over again. But this next story? This one isn't about school. This is workplace revenge. And this one is satisfying. Okay, this is a long one, and honestly, it still messes with my head a little. A few years ago, I thought I had my life figured out. Good job, long-term girlfriend, tight friend group. I wasn't rich, I wasn't famous, but I was happy. Or at least, I thought I was. Let's start with my job. I worked at a small design agency. Nothing huge, but big enough that promotions actually mattered. I'd been there 3 years, stayed late, covered for people, helped train new hires. I was next in line for a team lead role. Everyone knew it, including my coworker Matt. Matt was the funny office guy, always joking, always friendly. We grabbed lunch together all the time. I told him everything, career goals, stress, even stuff about my relationship. Yeah, that was mistake number one. One afternoon, my manager calls me in. Says there's been concerns about my performance and teamwork. I'm confused. I had glowing reviews for years. Then she says, some team members feel you take credit for group work. I felt my stomach drop. Guess who brought that up? Matthew. Apparently, he'd been telling people I acted like projects were mine and didn't value the team, which was crazy. I literally stayed late helping him finish his tasks. But office politics are weird. Doubt spreads fast. The promotion went to him. He acted awkward about it. Bro, I didn't even expect this. I just nodded. But that wasn't even the worst part. Around the same time, things with my girlfriend Alina started feeling off. She was distant, always busy, smiling at her phone more than at me. One night she falls asleep on the couch, phone in her hand. I wasn't trying to snoop, I swear. But a message popped up on her lock screen. From Matt. Tonight was fun. Don't feel bad. He doesn't know. My brain actually stopped for a second. I unlocked the phone. I wish I hadn't. Messages going back months, inside jokes, complaints about me, pictures, plans to meet up after work. So while Matt was smiling in my face at the office, he was also with my girlfriend behind my back. That was betrayal number 2. I didn't confront either of them right away. I don't know why. Shock, maybe. Or maybe I just needed to see how deep it went. Then betrayal number 3 hit. I vented to my best friend Josh, known him since high school. I told him everything. Job drama, relationship suspicion, all of it. He was supportive. Bro, that's messed up. I got you. 2 days later, Alina texts me. Why are you telling people lies about me? My heart sank. Josh told her. He was friends with Matt too. Thought he was staying neutral. Neutral? I was getting double-crossed in 3D. So at that point, something in me shut off. No more emotional reactions, no yelling, no dramatic confrontations, just planning. First, work. I gathered everything. Emails where I helped Matt. Files showing I did most of the actual project work. Chat logs where he asked me for help. Then I scheduled a meeting with upper management, not my manager, higher. I didn't accuse him emotionally, I just presented facts. Here's Project A, my drafts, my timestamps. Here's Project B, my edits versus his. Here's feedback where he asked me to fix his sections. They didn't say much, just thanked me. 2 weeks later, they did a performance audit for leadership roles. Matt didn't pass. Got demoted back to regular staff. Didn't lose his job, but lost the title he stole. Now relationship. I didn't scream at Alina. I waited until a friend's birthday party, one we were both invited to. Lots of mutual friends. When we were all sitting around talking, I said casually, "Funny story. I found out 2 people I trust have been seeing each other behind my back." Room goes quiet. I put my phone on the table. Screenshots, dates, messages, selfies. Nobody said a word. Alina started crying, saying it was complicated. Matt just stared at the floor. I said, "Yeah, it's simple now though." And I left. Last betrayal? Josh. He kept texting like nothing happened. "Bro, we should hang soon." I didn't yell. I just stopped replying. Some betrayals don't need speeches. Silence says enough. A year later, I'm at a better company, better pay, better team. Alina and Matt dated for a bit, then broke up. Apparently, trust issues. Josh tried reaching out again, said he missed our friendship. I wished. All right, well, that's all for today. If you made it this far, you're a real one. I've got plenty more crazy stories coming, so don't forget to stick around. Catch you in the next one.